Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about the overall markets. Now, upcoming this week, we have big tech reporting earnings. We also have tariff news. We got to wait and see if we're going to get any retaliations from Mexico, Canada, or China. So, all of those have to be lingering in the back of our mind as we're looking at our options, as we're looking at our charts. So, and first things first on the daily chart, 610, that's the number, right? Resistance, big resistance back in December as well. We're playing with it right now. We went up and almost kissed it there on last past Friday's session before getting that nice healthy pullback off after those Trump tariffs were announced. So we're currently trading right under 602 right now. Our 9-day EMA is right around there at 601.93. So we have to see how much weight that is going to hold and see if we can confirm and break that. If not, 600 is a number, but really below 600 to 585s is an area we're going to be looking at big time, because that was a huge resistance for us here back in October. It was support in November, it was support in December. So a nice healthy pullback to that 585 range would not upset anybody, would not surprise anybody. Do we want it to happen? Well, no, not really. We want to make money. We want to make money on our 401ks and everything. So we don't want a big pullback like that here soon. We want the economy to keep on growing. So really 600 is a big number, but below that 585, above 600, 610 is going to be the magic number in there. We can open up steel in here because we're going to see how steel is going to be affected by these tariffs, and really a green day on Friday, because usually a little bit inverse trading here with steel in the markets with a positive drift, kind of same how the bonds trade, just a little bit in a different way. So we're going to see how tariffs are affected this week, because guess what? Steel's looking a little bit bullish here if we can get a crossover. If not, then we're going to be separating this SMA and this EMA, and we're going to be crashing here back down, and we're going to be looking back down at this $30 range. But if we can get a nice little pop in here in steel, tariffs don't really mean anything to them, then we're going to go back to 40. So really, all your softs, all your goods, steel, lumber, all that stuff, it's going to be interesting to see how tariffs affect that. We're going to go into gold now, really up here at all-time highs again. 255 is the number we're at. Little pullback on Friday. Obviously, everything did. We're getting far away from this 9-day EMA. We're currently trading at 254 here on the 9-day EMA, and we're basically flirting with 260. So we're going to see how 260 reacts. But really, I think a little contraction in here wouldn't hurt anybody. RSI is getting ready to be overbought. So a little pullback here, a little magnet back down to the 255 range would not hurt anybody at all. And we can kind of reset before we start grinding higher in gold. Now, if we're going to look at our bonds, this is going to be interesting to see how we're trading in here, because obviously we had a pullback, but we always kind of trade inversely with the spiders, the TLT does. But overall, we're going to have positive drift. So if we go back, we had all-time highs in September in the spies, but really we were just grinding, or I'm sorry, in TLT, but we were just grinding higher in the spies. And then that 585 range we were talking about, with that resistance and that nice support in the spies, that's right around here. And we still got a gap to fill in TLT right here at that same exact area. And then you can see it happen again when we went back up to that 94 range in December. That's where that 585 range hit again. So you can see market was creeping higher, TLT creeped higher, and then finally market pulled back, TLT blew the top off, and then it started trading inversely here for a little bit for the past couple months or so. So this is going to be fun to watch this upcoming week, because bonds are usually boring. Who cares? But guess what? We're at $87. Once we start getting up to that $90, $100 range, then it's sort of a fun ticker to start trading again, especially if we can get a nice little crossover here, or at least a little squeeze. As you can see, we had back here in December with these two SMAs and the EMA. Last but not least, we'll take a look at VIX here. What is the VIX telling us? The VIX is saying, hey, $15 is basically where we're going to be at for the long term, right? That's what's going to happen. We can't really guarantee the SPY is going to keep on grinding higher, because that's what it did for the past couple months, right? So your VIX, it's not gonna get any lower, because SPY is not gonna just keep on climbing. I mean, we could get a nice rip, but SPY is not gonna end up by 650 by next month, and the VIX isn't gonna end up at 5 by next month as well. So 15 is going to be that magic number where we're looking for support here on the VIX. Anything below that is going to be back down here to the $13 range, but I don't think we're going to get there. We're very consolidated right here. Obviously, VIX, you always get those nice little spikes. You can see back here in September, 1, 2, 3. Then you come in December, a big one, and then 2, 3. So we're going to consolidate a little bit more here at this 15. Probably sit on this 200 SMA that we just crossed over. And then we're going to figure out where we're going from there. So $16 is where we're trading at. 15 is going to be your major support if we gonna go any lower, and SPY kind of carries us higher. But really what we're looking at is a VIX of 18, and then we want to see spikes above 20 going forward. And that's going to give us a nice healthy market, nice healthy trades in there, because that's what we want. We want the SPY to go higher, and we want volatility to be in there, because that's how we make money on all of our options trades. If we go back to the SPY one more time, we are going to see that 9-day EMA that we were talking about, it's pretty far away from this SMA. So a little contraction in here wouldn't hurt us as well. That would also give us a nice little VIX spike, and then we can start grinding higher. Now, implied volatility in here, your IV ranks 19. So if we do get a little bit more squeeze here on the SMA and the 9-day EMA, then that'll be great for options trading if we want to start selling some premium in here. If not, then it's all about the 610s, and we're going to see if we can grind higher, which hopefully we can, because that's how we want the economy to go. We want to keep on going up. So we have about an $8 expected move in here by Monday. So that's a huge expected move. And then by next Friday, you got about a $12 expected move. You go out to the February monthlies, $20 expected move. So within the next month, they're pricing in, we're going to be at the 585s, or we're going to be at the 620. That's kind of what we're saying. That's what we're seeing here on the charts. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of these trade together: SPY, gold, TLT, steel, and the VIX as well. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.